feeling about this Carolina Panthers defense going into this year? Because Ejaro Evero, I finally learned how to pronounce his name.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, he got some pieces on this defense. Who was number 49 last season? Whatever.
Luvu.
Luvu? Bro.
Luvu, come on.
People do not know how good he was last season.
We talking about Luvu Osei.
Frankie Luvu, man.
That's my favorite player, man. That's my favorite player on the team.
He was always making the play last season. Like, this potentially, I feel, could be a top 10 defense this year.
Yes. Realistically, man, you're looking at probably, if everything clicks. Now, again, I have to say if everything clicks, you're probably looking at a top 10 defense, man. Brian Burns is going to linebacker, outside linebacker. Now, physically, I understand the young man is very gifted, probably the most talented player on this defense and on this team as far as athleticism. We're talking about athleticism, probably the most athletic player on the team. But it's a whole different ball game when you drop him back into coverage. We don't see a lot of athletic motherfuckers look real silly when they one-on-one. You know what I mean? So I think he should get it. I think he can get it. Plus,
why are they changing his position?
Because he's best suited with his hand off the ground. And like, listen, man, if you haven't watched Carolina football, Brian Burns was playing the standard defense end or edge rusher. With his hand in the dirt, he was already a force to be reckoned with. But when it comes to the run game, he's not very good at shedding run blocks. I mean, when you got pulling tight ends, pulling guards, if you run at him, it's good night. I mean, if you get a body on him locked, it's a good night for Brian. So, in theory, if you back him off the ball, and now you already take a guy who's super elusive, super fast, and you say, hey, I'm going to give you a 5-yard head start. In theory, he should be blown by niggas left and right. If I back that guy up so quick, so fast, 5 yards off the ball, and I got to make your big slow ass block me or try to catch me, it should be good night. You're looking at a guy who probably going to get 15-plus sacks. He should be in the Defensive Player of the Year conversation. Again, this is in theory. In theory. The only thing that can ruin this little theory of mine is, A, he struggles in coverage and, he's giving up touchdowns left and right. And B, I tell you this, and I don't want to speak this in existence, but just because you're playing linebackers, they still got linemen and fullbacks, H-backs, and tight ends. They climb to the next level. Now, here's the bad part. When you're playing defensive line, if you get blocked or washed down, so you guys don't know, you got a defense end on the end of the line of scrimmage, you got a pulling guard. All right? When you have a pulling guard, they do one or two things. They're either going to kick you, meaning they're just going to wash you straight down the line, or they're going to wrap you. That means they're going to go around you, and they're going to wash you inward because they're trying to get the edge. All right? They want to trap you, try to get the edge. Now, that's okay when you're playing on the D-line because you got linebacker help. Now, if your ass get kicked and wrapped at the linebacker spot, ain't nobody back there but the safety. So a guy who struggles with shedding blocks and stopping the run, backing him off the ball and hoping he does that, you better hope, man, because you're going to be giving up a lot of goddamn yards because the safety's going to be trying to stop. It's just not going to work out well. But, again, this is in theory. So I'm not saying this is finite. But I like to believe that Brian Burns probably going to have over 15 sacks, man. I think he's going to do all right in coverage, man. But again, it's hard to see. But as a whole, this defense could be top 10. I like Derrick Brown. They moved him to defensive end. I don't like that move. I think Derrick Brown was coming into his own as probably one of the best defensive tackles last year in the NFL. But they're moving him to defensive end. He's never been a pass rusher. Going back to Auburn, I was to watch him against the Georgia Bulldogs. That he was just a run stuff, and he was just a big, mean, heart attack clogging motherfucker. I mean, just that kind of guy. So to put him at defensive end, you're expecting for him to get a pass rush, and I don't like that. So, man, I don't know, man. I know you hype about Ejiro Evero, but you're really putting a lot on his linebacker core, made up of Shaq Thompson, Brian Burns, Frankie Luvu. Who else we got back there? Oh, you got YGM, Uter Gross-Matos. You got him. So two of your linebackers are guys who haven't played full-time linebacker in the NFL yet. Brian Burns played with it a little bit, but he has never played full-time. YGM never played full-time linebacker. So I know you're hype about Evero, but you're taking two guys who never played full-time linebacker and now saying, hey, here's your new position. Will it work? Well, I don't know. I don't get paid $1 million to find out. That's for that nigga.
Now, how you feel about the secondary? Because I heard some rumors. Somebody told me that what's his name, Jimmy Chan or Jeremy Chan, is beefing up because coming out of college, he had the versatility to play a little bit of linebacker. So apparently, he's been beefing up, and he's about to switch and play more linebacker this year. So, like, what's your thoughts on the secondary and Jeremy Chan?
Yeah, he ain't really confirmed that they had an interview with him. He wouldn't really let the cat out the bag, but silence tells it all. Silence screams the loudest. So to me, more than likely, he's probably going to be in the box, which will help out with our linebacker situation. Our secondary, man, me personally, I think we need a little more help, man. I mean, Dante Jackson, J.C. Horn, two of the best cornerbacks in the league when healthy. But here's the reality of it. Again, man, I keep telling you, I don't like to deal hypotheticals. I don't do hypotheticals. So check this out, bro. Them boys is good when they healthy. But the problem is they ain't been healthy for the last 2 years.
Did J.C. Horn just
2
get
years
injured?
straight. Huh?
He just got injured a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, nigga got injured. I mean, I think re-injured in minicamp. Listen, I'm scared, man. I'm scared. We took this guy by the name of DJ Johnson. You know him out of Oregon?
A little bit familiar with him.
Yeah, so you don't know him. So DJ Johnson out of Oregon.
Their secondary wasn't that good last year. DJ
Johnson's a linebacker, man.
Okay.
He's a linebacker out of Oregon. He's supposed to be like the robotic super nigga. Yeah, I mean, they said physically he has the intangibles of being like, I don't know. They got him like this super strong, fast, violent, experimental linebacker guy. So I don't know, man. I really felt like that pick should have been a corner because outside of Dante and DJ, I don't see it, man. Keith.
Let me ask you about J.C. Horn real quick again.
Yeah.
Do you think he's in jeopardy of becoming the next Jason Verrett?
Oh, man. Damn. You gonna go there. Well, look, man. The best talent in the world is availability. And no matter how good you are, you can't stay healthy. It don't matter. So I'll tell you this. J.C. Horn, not only does he need a good showing this year, he needs to be healthy this year. And unfortunately, man, if he doesn't, it could lead to some kind of a trade or something, man. But I honestly think, man, because he don't get the love he deserved. Honestly, I believe that he's probably up there with Sauce Gardner. He's up there with Sauce Gardner for best cornerback. He just can't stay healthy, bro. He just can't stay healthy, man.
I want to say he's up there from Sauce, but I do give him his.
Nigga, I'm telling you, yeah, bro. I'm telling you, yeah. Damn.
But it's like he deserves respect. You feel me? Like he is a top 10 corner without a doubt. And then if you want to say top 5, okay, cool. It's like I'm okay with that. You feel me? It's like he's good. But what about CJ Henderson though? Do you think he's going to be able to ever tap into why he was ever a first round pick to begin with? Because he was getting cooked against Mike Evans, fam. Like, y'all needed some help out there at that other cornerback spot because Mike Evans going off 3 touchdowns with the division on the line?
Yeah.
Like, what's going on with C.J. Henderson, BigKatt?
Let me tell you about C.J. Henderson. Last year, I went to the Saints game. I sat row 1, I think seat number, I forget what seat it was. Row number 1, section 130-something. So right in the back of the end zone. They're playing the New Orleans Saints. In the middle of the play, C.J. Henderson was covering Jarvis Landry. Now, during this play, thank God Jameis Winston didn't look Jarvis Landry's way. Jarvis Landry put the juke on this nigga so bad that C.J. Henderson was looking up at the crowd, looking at us. This nigga was looking at us in the middle of the play. This is how bad he got juked. So does that answer your question?
But it's like he was a first round pick, and it's like
hey man, that shit don't mean nothing. Ryan Leaf was first round pick. Marcus Russell first round pick.
But like, has he had some flat? Has he been kind of like Jeff Okuda? Because normally with positions like cornerback and receiver, those guys are instant impact. It doesn't take you long to know if they can play. But Jeff Okudah, this is somebody who, he shuts down Justin Jefferson the first time the Lions play during the first half of the season. He gets injured, come back, and he isn't the same. So it's like he's inconsistent. Is that the kind of player that C.J. Henderson is, or he's just, you shouldn't really be starting him as your outside corner?
Yeah, I think that's a good comparison. Okudah and C.J. Henderson. Really, Okudah been hurt, man, because I was high on Okudah coming out of college at Ohio State. But I think, man, so many injuries can really demoralize your spirit. I'm going to be honest with you, brother. There's a strong possibility that Okudah could have a bounce-back season if he stays healthy, man. I just think his health hasn't really been there. C.J. Henderson's been healthy, but he's fucking trash. I'm just going to be honest with you. I mean, there's no bounce-back season for him, you know what I mean? I don't know if he'll make the team, bro. I don't even know if he'll make the team through training camp.
Damn!
I'm going to tell you this right here. You got guys, you cover Last Chance U, right?
Yeah.
You know Rajon Wright, the cornerback.
Yeah, out of Oregon State. Real long, rangy. Yeah.
He's on the team, and he probably is going to make some noise. So I don't expect C.J. Henderson to make the team, bro.
You think he possibly could be a starter week 1?
Who?
Rajon Wright.
Nah, he ain't going to be no starter. He'll probably be a nickel. You know what I mean? Probably be a nickel. I don't think he'll be a starter. He ain't going to be our 1 or 2. I mean, but I definitely think he'll be there. A guy who I'm on the fence about, I don't know if you know anything about Keith Taylor. Remember he came out of Washington? Keith Taylor's a big 6'2". He was supposed to be quote unquote like, I don't know, Richard Sherman-esque. Because you know when that Legion of Boom came around, people start taking taller cornerbacks and shit. You know what I mean? So Keith Taylor, who's a guy he's really disappointed me, man. Did you see what Deontay Johnson did to him last year?
It was on my TikTok page.
Now, granted, it's Deontay Johnson, and granted, we had some injuries, but Keith Taylor looked like he was fucking lost, man. So that's a guy who I'm on the fence about, man. I'm really hoping he gets his stuff together.
I like your safeties, though.
Say that again?
I like your safeties, though. Like, not just do you have the chin, but you got Von Bell. Mm-hmm. And what I'm about to say may be a hot take, but I think he was better than Jesse Bates last season.
Okay, I agree.
I feel like Von Bell was really underrated on Cincinnati's defense. And the fact that y'all got him, and you got another good safety in Jeremy Chin who can pretty much do everything.
Mm-hmm. That's not bad, man. That's not a hot take, nigga. That's a normal take. Yeah, I think Von Bell and what they're going to do, a lot of these guys that play safety, they're going to be bringing them up to the front, and they're going to try to get as much pressure as possible, man. Some of these guys can be some real good pass rushing and also stop the run. You know what I mean? If you stack the box here. So secondary wise, listen, I think we're all right, man, but we're just not deep enough. Like, to me, if everybody stays healthy, then we can say, okay, this is a good secondary. But realistically, you don't have enough depth back there, bro, from the cornerback spot. I mean, I just don't see it. The highlight of our defense is that linebacker by the name of Frankie Louvu, Derek Brown up front, and if J.C. Horn stays healthy. I mean, that's it. I mean, not to mention Brian Burns, but if you're talking about like consistent, productive, impact players, J.C. Horn, Derek Brown, Frankie Louvu, they're gonna get it through the mud. They're gonna get it through the mud every play. I mean, they rarely take a play off. I mean, those guys are there. So, other than that, man, I mean, we ain't got a lot of depth, man. We need more depth, brother. We need more depth.
So, how good do you think this defense is going to be?
All right, what I got to say about the ceiling. The ceiling is a top 10 defense. You know what I mean? And the floor, you're looking at probably 15. Okay, but realistically, what I honestly think they're going to sit at, man. I don't know, man.
Defense was good last year.
I don't like this 3-4, brother. I don't like this 3-4. I don't like this 3-4 at all. I think this defense probably going to be at 18. We're going to be below the floor. Yeah, listen, I said the floor is probably 15. Ceiling 10, I think we're probably gonna be like around 18-ish. And that's because I don't believe in the run in the 3-4. It really has nothing to do with the players. It's more so the schematics of it. You're listen. I don't know if you noticed, we ran the 3-4 defense before a couple of years ago. Do you know we had a number 2 sack defense in the league that year?
That's when y'all had Star and everybody else.
Yeah, we had Star, we had Bruce Irvin, we had Gerald McCoy, we had Dontari Poe. We were the number 2 sack defense in the NFL. You know where that got us?
What?
A first trip at home, watching the playoff next to you and I. So look, man. So I don't like this 3-4 defense. Realistically, because of the run factor, I think we're probably going to be, if not mid, probably about 18. Probably
okay.
18. I'll tell you this, we're probably going to have a better pass defense than we are run defense. If that makes you happy, I think we're probably going to be closer to a top 10 pass defense instead of a run defense, to be honest with you. I don't like the 3-4, man. I don't.